Hello, we're live. It says so, so it must be. And welcome to our second performance of the day between the pair of us. I'll bring Keith in so he can say hello to you. That one.
Yeah,
There we
so
are.
with that, you know who it is. Yeah, clean and
So,
clean and fresh smelling now. But yeah,
and it's good to be back and joining you all again. And Barry, yes, I had a lovely time in Scotland. Thank you for asking. Let's get
I
that one
had to
out of the way, and
kill.
then we can concentrate. Sorry.
That's better. It's all right. I had
All
to
right.
kill
Oh, yeah.
the
YouTube sound.
reverb on YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm back
Yeah.
in the StreamYard now.
Good. Right. Well, I'll put Barry. Barry? No, that's not
Yeah,
Barry. That's Keith. Keith.
no,
I'll put Keith into the background,
jolly good.
and yes, you can go sleep now. And
I'll
show,
try not to.
most of you were in this morning anyway, or this afternoon, I should say. So you know what we're making today. But for benefit of anybody who wasn't in at the time, that's what we're making: a little Christmas tree bauble, which lights up like that. It's it's a bit bright for the camera, but it's quite effective on the Christmas tree. So there's a little bit of turning for the top, a bit more turning for the bottom, and then gluing it on, drilling holes, and generally making things look lovely. But they sell very, very well. I'd recommend to anybody that ever go at something like this. These and the snowmen, probably my biggest sellers every year for the last couple anyway, since I've been making them. So that's what we're going to have a go at today. And I'm going to do it. You'll be really surprised to know what timber I'm going to do it in. I bet you can't guess.
There's no money involved.
No, absolutely none. So, but it's you, just to save you having to scratch your heads. So we're going to do it with a piece of yew which is on the lathe, and I will show you which one. Let's try that one. No, that's no good, is it? It's not easy to show this actually because it's quite a small piece of timber. But there we are. That one's all right.
That's quite a reasonable view.
So there's the yew. This end, this bit is going to make the bit underneath the long finial thing. And that bit will make the bit that goes on top with the string in it and the wire going through it for the lights. So that it's all coming out of the one piece of wood, so it should all match, in theory at least. Right, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm hoping I've got enough light to do what I need to do, because if I turn the lights on, it bleaches out. That's not too bad, but
That's not over bad.
the other one's awful.
That one is, yeah.
Yeah. But even that one, I think, on another camera was dire.
Well, we're on this. They're on this camera, so that's good enough for the time
Yeah.
being.
I'm gonna be on this one now, but I'm gonna be working on the end first. So I will probably swap to that one, and it does wash it out.
Totally
So
whitewash.
yeah, that's right. So we'll stick like that for now, because what I've got to do first is drill a hole in there for the let's see, make sure you can see it. Yes, for this bit, the neck of the bauble to go into, and obviously take that piece off. So I'm going to get that
No,
fit
you're
on.
upside down, don't you? You don't want the neck in there. You want the bottom in there.
No, I want the neck in there.
Do you? Okay.
No, sorry. You're absolutely right. That's the bit I want to put the
Another
neck
good
into.
slapping.
Yeah. I've got good job you said that, because I've got the drill bit all set up. I'd have drilled it. I mean, because I've got it in my head. No, the drill bit is going to be drilling into the end bit there. So it's
After
not
you
going to happen
parted it off.
yeah, but this end I've got to make to fit the curve of the bauble. So I have got to do some work on this end.
Yeah.
At the first thing, and then I can bring up a centre of some sort. Not quite sure which one I'm going to use yet, but I think probably I don't want to make too much of a mess of it, but probably that one will do it.
We'll got the small cone centre.
I've got so it's so you can see
that's
that.
Quite a big one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that's going to be about the right size to fit it. And it won't make too much of a hole in the middle then.
A little pip in the middle will be okay.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, yes, I've got a big centre. I've got a small one. I've got all sorts.
I'll
I could use that one quite easily.
That would probably be more than enough support for what you want.
It would be. I'll put that in for now. Leave this one on there, and then we can decide. But first of all, I've got to make it hollow. So
Well, first of all, you've got to cover up your keyboard.
yeah, I have got to do that first. You're absolutely right. The cloth is here, ready. There it is, covered. Okay. I've got out of practice with all this, in 2 weeks
You've only
off.
had 2 weeks off, yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bit excessive, really, isn't it? All this time off.
So while you're scratching away at this, then
Yes, if you could tell me who's here.
I'll go through the list of who's in.
Lovely, thank you.
Tommy's workshop was first in, followed by Peter Cochrane, and then Douglas Mungham. Funny enough, you're in there as well. Tommy Dunn, but we think Tommy Dunn and Tommy's workshop are the two of the same. Mike Hugh, Chris Charlton,
Which is Spinning Wood Dodger.
yeah, then I'm in there. And Mike Hughes put in a comment to me. That was a lovely lamp, Keith. Yes, it was. Thank you, Mike. I was quite pleased with that. And the pictures are up on YouTube now. Peter Cochrane, Barry Chitty.
Stop it.
Lawrence Bagasia. James Crawford. Woodworm Paul. RPM Woodworks. That's Ray, I believe.
Ray, that's it. Yep. Right, that's all right.
Andrew at Wivey's Woodshed. And that looks like I'm nearly at the bottom of the list of who's in. So according to YouTube, you've got 26 watching. Well, I haven't read out 26 names, so if I've missed anyone, Neil M and Clive Rogerson have joined the bottom of the list. If I've missed anyone, put your name in with an oi. You miss me. And we can soon rectify that. And Clive Rogerson has just put in a comment. Anyone on Instagram that he's not following, pop your ID in. That's not a problem if you can do that for him. And now Clint at Wood Dancers is in. They're all creeping in, Andy.
Yeah, good.
Do you want to go overhead?
Yes, I will.
Michael McEwen and Paul Heighton, the Greasby Turners in. That's better.
I've got to get it down to size first. I'm getting a bit carried away here, or should do.
Everyone's being very polite and helloing everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome. If you've got any questions for Andy or for myself to answer, just stick a Q or a couple of Qs in front or a question mark in front so that I possibly don't miss it. It's quite easily done as the speed the chat runs through at times. Clive Rogerson, question, was I late? Well, only you can answer that, Clive, but the wood is yew. It's a piece of branch yew that was a funny shape, but Andy's managed to get a little bit of dowel out of it. It's about an inch and a quarter diameter as it stands on there.
Which is more than I need, so that was good. Just in the process of reducing it down now to get it down to more like 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, I know, Peter, don't worry about it.
What's that?
Peter Cocker has put in the bottom finial will be upside down now compared to the top piece.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
No, good, because you got too far now to worry about it. It's about 2-inch ball, I think you said, 2-inch or 60mm ball, glass bauble. So there's quite a gap between them. So
60 mil, yeah.
60mm, yeah. So no one's going to follow the grain right through and say,
No,
"Oh, it
no.
doesn't match."
No, I've actually used different timbers before now.
So there's a question here to you, Andy, from Douglas Mungham.
Yeah.
While you're in Scotland, did you do haggis, neeps, and tatties?
Absolutely, several times, 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I love it.
Absolute pig.
Absolutely love it. It's great.
So I think we've answered that one, Douglas.
Oh.
And Gerard, the French turner, has joined us. Sorry to be late, but
Hello,
nice to be
Gerard.
back among you all. You're more than welcome, Gerard. You're never late. Perhaps
Working
not as
towards
early as some.
Working towards his retirement, I believe, isn't he?
How many days is it now, Gerard? I know you've got a calendar with it all on, ticking them off day by day.
Yeah, I bet he has. Yeah.
Yeah, can't blame you.
No. Right, I've got to sand that now before I go any further because it's going to get weaker and weaker as I go down. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time.
Benjamin's in. Hello, Gerard Le Baguette. He's a cheeky bugger, isn't he?
He is.
But we like him. We'll let him off.
Oh, I like his sense of humour, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes I smile, it do.
I think we've all got a little bit of warped sense of humour in us, and it comes out better in some than others.
Yes, you passed the test earlier, by the way. You spotted I was going to make this the wrong end. So well done.
So 66 weeks Gerard's got.
Right. Oh, God. He's really counting it down, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
Rich the Beard times 16 has just joined us as well. Hi,
Hello,
Rich.
No, from what Gerard has told us about his employment, I think he'd be very glad to retire.
Well, I was.
Yes, I was too.
I really enjoy it now, and particularly getting deeper involved in YouTube and turning.
Yeah.
It's been quite an eye-opener why I didn't finish directly on time and why I dragged it out for 2-3 years thinking, oh, I can go. I'm glad I got out of it now. Now Nick Castle's just joined us as well. Welcome all.
Hello, Nick.
So for the latecomers or those that weren't quite as early as some, the wood is yew. this is a two-part piece. There's a finial, a drop finial, which is what Andy started on now. Then there's a balls up through the middle and the top hanging part.
That's one way of putting it.
Well, how else could you put it? The balls up's not on the top.
No, that's true. It is up through the middle.
Kitey, yeah, Kitey sheds in. Good evening to you, Kitey.
There it is.
Yeah, that's what it should look like.
What I am making. Something like that anyway, but with a different timber.
Mm.
Oh, that was walnut actually, so obviously had a lot of walnuts at the time. Right, okay. Always turn the lathe off when you're moving the tool rest, don't we?
Yes, very professional. And Jennifer's just joined us as well.
Hello, Jennifer. Welcome.
You're not that late, Jennifer.
Not late enough to worry anyway.
No, you haven't missed a massive amount. And Peter Cochrane's just put in, this is his third week of retirement and he's loving it.
Oh, yes, of course, that was just recently, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it, Peter? I must admit, I recommend it to everybody.
Douglas, they were got through Amazon. He's asking about your balls, mate.
Yes, they were Amazon, yeah.
David Miller's just dropped in.
But if you're ordering them, make sure you get the glass ones, not the plastic ones. I made that mistake, ordered plastic ones, and they're horrible. They're a lot cheaper, and they look it. You'd never guess I sharpened this before. Oh no, I've been done doing some other turning. Won't be a second. Just going to sharpen my gouge.
You can't talk behind his back because he's still got the headset on, so he'll hear what you're saying. Yeah,
I can hear you. One day I'll rig a camera so you can see what I'm doing when I'm out here, but it's not really very interesting. Tormek system. I'm hoping to sell enough stuff this Christmas to buy the diamond wheel for it. That should do it. That feels better. Oh, stone was running dry, but hey, don't worry about little things like that. Right, here we go. Let's see.
The easiest way to get the angles of a 5-point star, please.
5 point.
Well, it's 360 degrees divided by 5.
Yeah.
Give you the answer to that.
72.
So if you want to draw a 5-point star, you've got to halve the 72 into 36, and that will give you the two sides of a point, if I remember right, and the remaining bit should end up with the point. But it's easy enough. Draw it on a bit of paper and work out what you want, and go back that way. And Andrew saying to Douglas that Emma sells them, or you can get all the different bits from eBay. Yeah, I found eBay is not the cheapest to get glass balls. Amazon is better.
They've got a huge selection.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is making sure you get the ones you actually want. But they're fairly well described.
But the critical part is glass.
Yes.
Paul's put in there he uses the good quality plastic ones, so I don't have to take the grandkids to A&E. That is
Yeah,
a point,
that
but
I
the
have
plastic.
I
Go on.
I have thought about keeping. I am going to keep these plastic ones, and if somebody specifically requests one with a plastic ball, then I can do it because obviously they are safer. Because this glass on these balls is very, very thin, which makes it incredibly sharp when you break it.
Mm.
So I can understand anybody who wants that and sympathise.
But one of the downsides on the plastic ones is that you can see the joint where they're blow molded into.
The seam, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which goes all the way around. So you need to be a little bit careful, or you can lightly sand it off, but it's not the easiest thing to get rid of, and it is a bit distracting.
It just so
So
happens I have one. I have one here.
Bob Rice has joined us, but I think someone said hello to Bob earlier on, so I may have
All right.
missed you, Bob. If I did, I apologise, but you're welcome.
I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the joint on that one?
Hold it still. Where is the joint? Right,
Look,
right at the top. Yeah, I can see it.
it's round there. If you can see it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very obvious when you're standing here looking at it. It's not so obvious
Mm,
on the camera, but yes, you can just see it in the light there, can't you?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It
but
diffracts slightly different.
it really does spoil the look, in my view. So so I wouldn't recommend them, but they are safer. So there is that just going for it,
And they are available
and they're available. Yeah,
again through Amazon. I expect eBay's
yes,
got them as well.
probably. Yeah, I've not had great experience with eBay getting what I wanted, so I tend to stick with Amazon.
Well, Amazon to me is next day virtually,
Yeah, it is. I've got Amazon
unless
Prime.
it's unless you're buying from America, and then it's
Yeah, or Hong
whenever.
Kong or or China or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, but no, they're very, very good. Well, I'm just going to sand that before I get down to the last little bit. Again,
the baubles, Gerard, come separate to the lights. You buy the lights in kits or in packs of 10, and they're pence on Amazon as well. So I think Emma sells them all complete as kits. But
she
if you
adds her
buy them,
she adds her bit to it, but
yeah,
yes.
which is fair comment. She's running a business,
Oh
but
yeah,
you can
absolutely,
buy,
yeah, yeah.
you can
But
buy the bulbs.
that was my last lot of lights. Came in a bag. Normally they're in a box, but
Hmm
they're the same. And when
So
you're
how
buying
many
those,
lights per
there's 10 in there.
unit? Is Yeah, it was 10 in
Oh,
there, but how many lights per string?
20 lights
20.
on each string. It's two
Yeah.
meters long. But do
hmm
make sure that you get what you want. These are warm white, which I prefer. I made a mistake and bought cold white. So I've got
And I think they
about
also do coloured as well.
they do, yeah. I've got
Yeah,
about
colour changing ones.
four boxes of the cold white ones. I'll find a use for them eventually, but and
Snowmen.
some people, well, some people may even prefer them.
Mm. It looks like I did miss Bob earlier on.
Oh right,
Well, the chat was moving quite quick at one time, and typical StreamYard, it's jumpy.
yeah. This could be quite a short one tonight. You realise that, don't you?
We're nearly half an hour in, 24 minutes
Oh,
in, so it's not
that's
too
all right.
bad.
That's
Yeah,
okay. Work myself back in gently after my holiday.
okay.
It's worth
So,
taking a bit of time on this to really get that looking nice and
mm,
straight.
yes, okay. So Gerard put in that when he was out with COVID last Christmas, he did about 40 of those, bought baubles in
Uh-huh.
packs of 10 in woodies, and
Yeah.
then he's come back in to say no, they were tree baubles that transform with a top and bottom finial. No light involved because they were coloured baubles. Right, okay. I see what
Right,
you're
yeah.
saying now.
Yeah, I got the clear glass one specifically to put
Yeah,
lights inside. So yeah.
yeah. So
But
that
these
just
are these tree baubles. They have the hanger and everything for the 4 trees. Just I take all that off.
so L'Atelier de Loyau, or however you pronounce it, is in.
Lionel.
Lionel, yeah.
It's a lot easier.
I know. Careful, Ben.
It's getting out. Is he getting up to mischief again?
He says balls come in all shapes and sizes and colours.
Absolutely, he's quite right.
Yeah.
They do.
And Andy Clanelli, or however, posh far.
Andy Green, that is.
Yeah,
He just comes from Cloneckley.
yeah. Posh firewood green. Yeah.
Green is his surname.
Yeah, he's coming to join us as well.
Good.
So you're 40 watching, according to 41 according to YouTube, and you are 26 minutes in.
Yeah, 41, that's quite good. I'm happy with that.
We're not record breakers for numbers, but it's nice to know that we're doing something that people appreciate and come back for each time.
Yes, and actually want to watch, which is always, it's a nice feeling. This is where you don't need a catch.
Or it's 26 minutes wasted.
Yes. And a piece of you.
Sacrilege.
Right, I shall just take that off to a point when I've sanded it. Because that's that bit done, apart from Yorkshire grit and everything else. Dum-dum-dum.
Bob Rice has just put in a comment, gently does it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazingly strong, actually. It's a good tough timber. I haven't got the core going down through the middle, which does give a weakness with you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that can be quite big at times.
But it's offset.
Mm-hmm.
I quite deliberately didn't put the centre on that.
And Clint's put a bit of information in there. Speaking of catches, you have to watch Gav's new video. So
Oh, really?
I'm assuming that Gav had a little bit of a catch.
Oh dear.
I haven't seen it yet. And Ben's put in a nice comment. Well, I think it's nice. I've gotten so used to all these lives, I don't know what I'd do if they stop. Probably some housework.
Oh, steady on.
Yeah, go careful, Ben.
I have a wife to do that. She's not listening, so I'm all right.
She's taking herself out off with the vicar tonight.
Yep, she is. She's up at the church. Joys of having a church warden for a wife. What am I looking for? Lacquer. No, not lacquer. Sanding sealer. That's the stuff.
Sanding sealer, yeah, that small. You hardly worries about it, would it?
No, it doesn't matter too much, but I will do it just as a gesture. Oh, put far too much on there. Far too much. That's better.
What's squealing your end?
Yeah, it's this.
All right.
It's not tight.
It's
obviously digging its.
Yeah, you don't want it too tight.
No, it's obviously digging its way in slowly, but I didn't tighten it really at all.
No.
for obvious reasons.
Oh,
He's
we
doing.
got one of the Aussies in, mate.
Oh,
We
right.
got
Yeah.
Robbo in. Hello, Robbo.
Hello, Robert.
Hope you're doing well, mate.
Jolly nice to see you.
And according to Andy Green,
Mm-hmm.
Gav's video is all catches.
Oh, really?
I
Deliberately?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it yet. I've been too tied up with bits and pieces to catch on all of the videos. I didn't see any of the lives over the weekend that were on,
Mm-hmm.
particularly Saturday. I saw a little bit of Steve on Sunday lunchtime, and that's about it.
Saw a
It's
great
just,
deal of the M6 on Saturday. So.
yeah, it's just been absolutely manic for a
Yeah.
few days. But that's how my life goes now at times.
Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't have it any other way,
No,
probably. Oh, excuse me. Do for that. Find a clean bit. This was so smooth off the tool, to be honest. It hardly, well, and after sanding as well, it hardly needed Yorkshire grip. But hey, we've done it. Done it now.
yes, it's too late when you've already done it, isn't it?
Yeah. It makes sure of it as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it does give more depth of shine. So, as I have a bit of a low reputation locally for getting a good finish on things, I've got to keep that going.
Mm.
It's amazing
Well,
how many people notice. Sorry, go on.
something small like that, I think, needs a good shine.
Yes, yes. Yes, I mean, a lot of what you do, not your bowls and things, but your snowmen and stuff like that, is for a totally different market, isn't it?
Yep, yeah,
So for
they're
kids to
just
paint and things like that,
straight off of the tool. Yeah.
it's very, very different market.
Oh, that's what a screwdriver's used for, is it?
Yeah, yeah. Keep it by the lathe, specially for opening that tin, basically. Oh, there's a clean bit in there. That'll do.
So Mike Hughes put a question in there to everyone. So
Mhm.
who is tempted by a Black Friday bargain?
No, I delete them all.
Well, yeah, unless it's something I want, it's not a bargain.
Yeah, yeah. I do. I look at them just in case there's something good there. But
Yeah,
so far, no
skim
joy.
over them. Yeah, skim over them a bit sharpish.
Yeah.
And Chris has put in there to Robbo, did he get all his balustrades done?
He's
Because
been doing
that's
a
what he
shipping
was
order, has he?
doing. Yeah, he'd got a complete staircase to do.
Oh, God. Yeah. I expect he's got a copy lathe or something, has he?
No,
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 all
no,
done by
all done by hand,
eye.
hand-eye coordination.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Well done. I hope it went well.
Well, the ones that I've seen him turn in have all looked exceptional.
Really. Yeah. Right. That's that. Now then. Oh, ow, ow.
Yeah, oil's working a treat.
I only did it this afternoon, believe it or not.
That's why I wax mine.
Yeah. I keep forgetting to do it. Right now then, I think I'll go skew.
Question: what length are the lights?
2 meters.
2 meters and 20 LEDs in them.
That's it.
You can get various lengths, various temperatures as well.
Yeah.
But you don't need much more than 2 meters to wind into a 60mm bauble.
No, it's plenty.
Yeah, and I think Ben's got it about right. Unfortunately, at this point in time, a bargain is just what the price going down to what it was pre-pandemic. Yeah,
I think he's about right. Yeah.
yeah. So Robbo's answered the question re balustrades. He's nearly finished. Main order
Good.
done. Finishing the spares that he sent. So he's fortunate he's got a few spares just in case.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And the bauble, is it an 80 or 100? No, Gerard, it's a 60mm.
60 mil.
bauble.
Yep. A lot of people use 80 mil. I had some 80s and I used them recently and I didn't like them. They're too heavy, too big.
They're too big on something domestic. If you've got a tree outside or a big tree or a big hallway tree, yes, they would probably be good.
Oh yeah. But it takes the delicacy away from them, which is sort of one of their features, really. Sorry, I'm just sanding the end.
Rubbing his end.
That's to be done. That's it. That'll do nicely. Probably enough wax on the end of there to do that. Yes, there is. Good. So that's that bit. Now we'll do the. Sorry, just to show you that it's an interesting little bit of grain at the top of that. Where's the camera gone? It's over. No,
to
there.
Your right.
There, just there.
Down to you.
Yeah, that's it.
Down a bit. That's it. We'll focus on it then.
Yeah. Nice bit of grain around the top of that.
Is that a little bit of purple colour in there? Or?
Nearly. That bit would be if it was a little bit darker.
Right.
But it's just an interesting little bit of grain just around both sides at the top, which is nice. It's typical you, isn't it? It surprises you. So anyway, that's that one. Now let's get the other end done. Now I'll tell you what, this one I'm going to drill a hole in this.
Oh well, I'm blowed.
Take that one out. Put that one in. It's got to go in about 10 mil. I happen to know. Oh. You can't really see, can you? I'm going to have to move this camera.
No, we're fine. We can see.
Yeah,
we can see enough. You're only going to drill a hole.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to do a bit of work around it as well. But
yeah, but that's only just by radius and it marginally, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can virtually see that.
Well, that's 26. Oh, I haven't tightened that, have I? Might be a good idea. As I was saying, that's 26, so we'll go to 36, and we should be there. Just there. It's a 16mm bit, but the glass is sometimes a little bit distorted, so I may just have to nibble a little bit out of it. But we'll soon find out. Yeah, that's just a little bit tight. And it doesn't. It wants to be slightly loose, if anything, because of expansion and contraction of timber. It can cause problems. The glass is so thin. that you don't want it gripped tight. It's just use the glue to hold it, and the glue I use moves a bit. That one. That should hopefully do it. Yeah, lovely job. I may have to make it a bit deeper. We'll see when I've dished the top.
It's too tight.
It's too tight, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not going all the way in, so that's all right. Let's establish that. Yeah, it's got all the swarf, all the jagged edges and things. Right, I'll drill that a little bit deeper.
Yeah, that needs to fall in, not
Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely.
not be screwed in.
I was trying to see what the depth was like. That should be plenty. Right, take a little bit more off here. They vary just a little bit, you know, to each one you have to fit individually.
That looks a better fit. Yeah.
That's better, yeah. That's quite nice. I like that. So we'll take it down to the size we want it to be. I've only just got enough timber on this, but hey, we'll be all right. We don't worry about little things like that. No, bigger one. That one.
No, Douglas, can you take a picture of it and message it over to me? Message me a picture so I can see what you're talking about.
Right, now then we need to have where it starts getting a little bit fragile.
Well, you've got to drill a hole all the way through that bit, haven't you?
Yep. Only a 3mm.
Right.
So it's quite small. That works quite well. I've got the drill bit here somewhere. Oh, it's
right.
yeah, I know where it is. Right, I've got to shape that now.
Yeah, I think you're right, Andrew. Number 6 will refer to the screw size. That would be a equivalent to a standard posi, a number 2 posi drive. If it's a number 6.
What's that, imperial size?
I'm guessing that it is an imperial size, yeah. Andy Green, the glass bauble came from Amazon.
Yep.
And like
And if
we've been saying, check the sizes.
60 mil, and make sure it's glass, unless you want plastic, of course. But there's quite a selection. You have to go through quite a long list of or load of pictures of glass baubles, but you will find the ones you want in the end because there's so many there. I think that's that. Oh, sand it up. I think I've got a little bit heavier on the top end. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, a little bit. Hum. Sanding. That's what I'm doing. I knew there was something. Pardon me. Losing my headset. I must order some more Abranet. Note to self. Oh, yeah, you talk about the 3 mil hole, or the hole going through for the wire. In fact, it doesn't go straight through the middle because it has to hang from the top of there. So I put a loop in the top, so I go through the side.
Oh, right, I'm with you. Yep.
To come in the bottom of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to work.
No, it's not Andy. Douglas. This is a small bit that Andy's borrowed from someone else.
What's that?
Bit of U that you're using.
The U?
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from, actually. It was a real scruffy bit that was kicking about in my scrapbooks, and I thought I can use that. It's actually quite a nice bit of timber, but wasn't big enough to do anything very much with, you know. It's fine for this. That's one I usually miss that one out. Right, there we are, that's that done.
Terry from TJ is in.
Hello, Terry.
Sometimes turning on a Monday with Terry, isn't it?
Yes.
Or Terry the Tiny Turner.
Occasionally, or when he's not on holiday or whatever, yeah. But I wouldn't be rude enough to say so.
No, I was only thinking it.
That's better. I roughed up the sanding sealant. Right, Yorkshire Git. This doesn't look very riveting when that's all you've seen, I suppose, is it? For Terry coming in at this stage.
It's a little goblet, isn't it? Unless we let him into the secret.
We could do, couldn't we?
Yeah.
I'll show you, Terry.
Yeah. Be prepared to be amazed, Terry. We
Well,
need a comment.
even if you're not, just pretend.
Hmm.
But it is a bauble to
It's
hang on
one
the
of
Christmas
those.
tree. One of
Hmm.
those hangs on the Christmas tree, and the lights switch on, and it looks awfully pretty. Sell a lot of these. They're very popular. Oh, I pulled the wire out of there, but hey, apart from that, that's it. Yep. So that's what we're doing, Terry. Special demo just for you. That's that one. Don't really need to do this one, but I will because I can. Lovely shine on it already.
You can see that.
Nice squeak.
Yeah.
I think that's just about how. Oh no, there's a bit I can use. That's all right. Waste not, want not. The one thing I did used to do is to put this on the end, and for surprise, the glue didn't stick.
No.
So I don't do that anymore. I just do sanding sealant on there, which it seems to like because it's designed to stick to glass, so it'll stick to sanding sealant, all right. But the wax was not a good idea. My snowmen fell apart.
Mm.
The resin that actually was that fell that didn't do it. Epoxy resin, it didn't like it. When I use the other stuff, which I'll show you in a minute, I didn't have a problem. Right, let's take this off. Yes, I'm going to drill anything. Well, not there. Right, I'll just sand that end a little bit.
That was quite an impressive bowl, Terry, that you turned yesterday. I didn't see it all. I still need to watch most of it. But, quite a nice bit of grain to that.
I think I missed that one.
Yeah, I did because I was just been too busy, but I saw bits and pieces of it. Saw more of the end than the actual beginning of it.
I'll be fine. That'll be fine. Right, so we have a little hole in the middle, which is all good fun. It's easier to do
Yeah,
when you've got it.
you're slightly off centre of camera now. You did knock it a little while ago, but you were too
Oh yeah.
close to the end to worry too much about it.
Which was it? That one?
That
Yeah.
one. I think you head-butted it.
Yeah, we will have done.
Hmm.
But I'm sort of underneath it now, aren't I?
Yeah, that's fine. You're centre of the screen.
Yeah. I just got
Don't
to
come
make
up
that.
any closer because you're slightly out of
I'd be out of
focus.
focus. Yeah. Just got to make that tiny little hole in here. I can actually mount this tool into the Jacob's chuck, but it hardly seems worth it just for this. And it was designed to be used by hand. think that'll probably do it. A little bit more, just to make sure. Well, that'll let us get the little doofer in. I have somewhere a little wedge that I use to hold it at the right angle. No, I've lost it. Okay, that's fine. Not to worry. Doesn't matter. I'll do it by eye. Scrap a piece of timber. Yeah, because basically all I've got to do now is to drill a 3mm hole through there to arrive somewhere in the middle-ish of that bit on the inside. If I'm very lucky, that's exactly in the middle. Can't be bad.
Jammy git.
Yeah, got
Uh,
because once that's put onto the glass bauble, which is over here, I can then feed the cable, the lights through there. All the lights are in line, so they don't stick out. So they'll all go through that 3mm hole and coil themselves up inside. But the glue I use, beginning to think I should have done that a bit deeper, but never mind. We'll be all right. Let's put that back in there. The glue I use is this one just here, he says. There it is. It's an Evo stick. Evo stick serious glue. That way.
It's upside down, but we can read it. Yeah.
Apart from that, it's all right. There we are. Evo stick serious glue. Fix and repair adhesive. And it was one that was recommended to me. It does seem to be quite good, I have to say.
I think Toolstation stock that.
Halfords certainly do.
Halfords do, yeah.
Yeah,
and I think
Toolstation. I think I bought that on Amazon, so it's becoming more generally available.
Yeah,
which is good.
It's a semi-flexible one, I believe they call it.
I believe it is. Yes, I think so.
Which is what you want for glass.
Yep. Somewhere I had 2 bits of timber. There they are. And a clamp. Because clamping this up is quite interesting. To make it to actually hold everything in place without it all swinging off sideways and going crooked and whatever. And I think it's a while since I've done one, but I seem to remember. That goes there. That goes there. There is. What have I done with the bits? There it is. There's the top, bottom. There's the top. That goes in there. The glass bauble goes in there. This bit goes in there. That goes in that hole. That goes in that hole. It's all held quite nicely in line. I think you can see that, can you?
Yep.
Yep. And then this little clamp, fairly little, drops over there into those two grooves, which sort of holds everything quite nicely in place. You can then just adjust it up and make sure it's all looking dead straight. But you've got the bar of the clamp to go with. Yeah. And that's actually looking quite good. So that's the next move, is to do that. Then screw the little eyelet in the top, put the lights in, and it's done. But I will actually buff them before I do any more, just to get a real high gloss shine. But that's just the polystyrene that the baubles came in the first lot.
The
second lot have come in these little individual ones, but
recycling.
First lot came in a big thing, and it's been very useful. But yeah, so that really takes us to conclusion, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's no point.
Got any questions?
No point me gluing them up now, because I've got to buff
if you want to,
if you want to
buff them,
yeah, I want to buff it, and you won't be able to see it when it's being glued, because it takes a little while to go off. Can't actually remember how long it takes now. I tend to leave it overnight, but so, in 2 hours.
Right. Well, we're not waiting that long, so that's
No.
good. And
The glue is repositionable for 3 minutes, fully set in 2 hours, and achieves full strength after 24 hours. So I tend to leave it 24 hours, to be honest, just to
yeah,
be on the safe side.
yeah,
But I will just, since we're only 9 o'clock, aren't we? So we're all right.
yeah. Spot on 9 o'clock.
So I shall just set my buffing wheel. No, well, I've got the wrong chuck on. Yes, I can still do that. Take the chuck off.
That's a bonus, Gerard. I think you'll find that is quite a good glue, quite readily available mainland UK.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'll be upset with it. And like I say, I buy the 3 for under £10. If you've got them around that sort of price, that's good.
Oh, super glue. Yeah.
Yeah, super glue.
Yeah. Chuck. Knew there was something I wanted. What am I doing? Yes, that's all right. That's all right. I'm doing the right thing. Dum-de-dum-dum. Up there. I'm not going to do the full three lots. I only use the carnauba wax on these. They've got a nice finish anyway, and the carnauba just makes it a bit more resistant to fingerprints.
Yeah, and you don't want much of it as well.
No. You may recognise that stick.
Oh yes. You might want to pull the camera to you a bit, mate, because we're over the back. That's it. Somewhere around there. We can see what you're doing then.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, we can sort of see.
Or I could come in from.
You're below centre, so it's.
I could come
not
in on
the
that one if
easiest
that's.
one.
No, it's
That
not any
might
better,
be.
is it? Is that
Yeah, I
better?
can see. We can actually see the end of the stick. There. Yep. That's better.
Okay. We'll do that then. I think that's probably enough, but have another bit.
So Bob Rice has said, "See any of you tomorrow? If so, wave at the train."
Any particular train, or just wave at every train we see?
So you've lost me, Bob, at the moment on that one. Well, we could see until he put his bloody great hand in the way, but don't worry about it.
Well, I do have to hold it.
Yeah, I know. And don't you? It'll soon whip it out of your hand.
Yeah, is it better that way round?
Not really.
Left-handed? No.
No. Don't worry about it, mate.
Whichever way you go, you're wrong, aren't you? So
yeah.
That's come up really nicely. That's lovely. So quickie on this. That's better. But that's amazing how well that top's come up, because all I used was the residue of wax that was on the.
Bob's saying he's going past Amberley. No, I'm not at Amberley tomorrow, Bob.
No, I'm not.
Not sure any of us lot are.
What's tomorrow? Wednesday? No, it's not.
Wednesday.
It is open. Yeah.
It's open tomorrow. Yeah.
But no, we have so many people down there in Taths on a Wednesday that no room for anybody else. Right, that's done. And that's lovely and shiny. And it's going to look super. And I'm going to sit myself down. Change cameras again because I can. And there it is in all its glory.
Looks nice, mate.
I'm pleased with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That will probably get sold over the weekend, because I've only got the other one and this one. I've only got the two. I should be making some more as soon as I can before I get down to Amberley, I hope. But so yeah, any questions from anybody?
No, you've covered them as they've come through.
Good. I agree with Ben. I love my chestnut buffing mops as well.
Mm.
Thank you, Chris. Excellent job. Thank you very much. Very nice, Andy. As I say, they're very popular. These and the snowmen because
this
they
time
light
of year, yeah,
because they light up. I think
something different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So
Well, you've got nice comments coming in, mate.
yeah, which is very nice, and I appreciate everybody coming to watch. It's because we could very easily sit here doing this for nobody, couldn't we?
We're just talking to ourselves, to be honest, but it's actually
Yeah.
nice that we're talking to ourselves, but other people are involved as well.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, what's going on?
How much are
I've
you
lost
in on each versus profit? So I think what Ray's asking is how much do you sell them for?
I sell it. It's got a price tag on the other one for 20 quid. I sell them for. And when you get organised with it and do a batch of them, it doesn't take very long to make, to be honest. It takes longer when you're talking about it and mucking about. But if I did a whole batch of the long ones and then a whole batch of the top ones, it would be a lot quicker. But 20 quid. I mean, it cost me in bits. I suppose it cost me about a fiver, probably, for the lights and the wood and the bauble. So 20 quid. That's all right. There'll be 25 next year, I expect. I do my snowman for 25 because there's a bit more turning in those. 20 quid for these.
Lawrence is off to the bed. He's going to hit the sack.
Don't blame him.
Not Lawrence, it's Gerard, I mean.
Oh, Gerard, yeah.
Yeah, I was reading it and then it jumped and Lawrence is underneath of him. Gerard's hitting the sack and Lawrence isn't.
Thank you, Gerard. And sleep well. I suppose he will do because he's working. I can't get used to the idea of doing work. It's
not now.
I work when I want to. That's the difference, isn't it, when you're retired? Sorry, let me bring you back in, Keith. It's
that's no problem.
Oh, no, I used the other one, didn't I? That one. Let's do that one.
Closer and see the ugly shots easier.
Yeah, warts and all. Good. Okay, well, if nobody's got any questions, am I here and what is it? Douglas Mungham.
Yeah, I couldn't quite work that one out, Douglas. Have I missed something further up the chat?
Or has he only just arrived in the chat? I don't know. Was
he? Douglas has been here all the time, been asking questions.
Am I here? Well, he's just asking questions for the sake of it, maybe. Because I was asking if anybody got any questions. It could be that. That would figure. Good night, Chris. Thanks for coming along. Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's it, I'll.
Before you disappear and call it a day, while there's still a few watching, you're on Thursday night.
Sorry. Yes.
You're covering for Scott Thursday night.
Yep. I couldn't put a link up because I haven't worked out what I'm doing yet.
No. Scott's not around, so he threw it open to Andy and I, and Andy said, "Yeah, I'll jump in because I've missed 2 weeks of turning."
So I've had 2 weeks off.
Need a bit of practice.
Yeah.
So
yes, I'll work out what I'm going to do. Could be something seasonal just to boost my stock for selling next Saturday. But or it could be a bowl or a platter. I'll work it out anyway. There's lots of ideas.
You'll know beforehand, guys.
Yep, yeah. I'll put it up on YouTube as soon as I've worked it out. It'll have to be tomorrow, basically. So I'll just look through my timber and see what I've got and see what I fancy making. Good. Okay.
So Ben's saying probably a bit late now for your jog. Maybe give it a miss. Yeah, I think that's a definite, Ben.
I think I better, Ben. I think it would be irresponsible of me to do it now. Yeah.
You never know. He might get picked up on the corner if he ever gets that far to the corner.
It's funny. I can usually find excuses for not doing a jog.
Yeah.
Good. Okie doke. Well, see you all on Thursday, hopefully. Thursday evening,
Doug,
half
Douglas
past 7, I
cannot
think.
wait. So it's
Oh,
it's a
well done,
7:30
Douglas.
start. Yeah.
Yep, 7:30 start on Thursday. Lovely.
So
Thank
thanks,
you very much.
guys.
I'm going to press the
Um,
button and say good night to you all.
see you
Bye.
all hopefully Thursday.